Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I will be demonstrating how I create a U-part wig and how I install knotless crochet braids. So if you're interested in the style, stay tuned. The hair I'll be using is Shake and Go Q Malaysian Iron Texture hair. All the hair comes in this one package and I paid about $21 for it. This is the weaving cap that I'll be using. I'm going to be sewing the hair on with needle and thread. I started with the 22-inch bundle. As you can see, the wefts are pretty thin, so I cut the track to fit just the sides of one strap to the next, and I started to sew above that strap. And I'm going to stack about 3 or 4 tracks of that size to the back of the weaving cap just to ensure that I have some fullness back there. Also note, I'm using the bundles from the longest to the shortest. So I'll start with the 22-inch bundles. Once I'm done with that, I'll go down to 20. Then once I'm done with that, I'll go with the 18. For this U-part wig, I did not use the closure. So this is the progress thus far. After I stacked a couple of tracks, I began to start forming that U shape. So I'm showing you ladies the spacing on how I separate the tracks. And I use those T-pins to help stop where I want the tracks to end for me. You're more than welcome to use eyeshadow or anything that you need to mark up the weaving cap if you need a visual on where you need to stop. So at this point in the game, I am down to the last track of the 22-inch bundle. So here I'm going to demonstrate how I complete sewing on the track that stopped in the middle of the weaving cap, and I will demonstrate how I attach the 20-inch bundle to this weaving cap. I'm not going to cut the track. What I will do is I'll do the fold over method, and I will continue to sew the hair up, and then I'll flip it back and I'll continue to sew. What it will do is it will expose a portion of the track that looks frayed. It also shows short hairs, but since it's not the end of the U-part wig, I'm fine with the hair showing that little fringe of hair. But if you purchase this hair and you do the flip over method, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So right where the 22-inch bundle ends, I begin to attach the 20-inch bundle. Since I'm going to be cutting the hair down, all of the hair down, the difference in lengths doesn't really bother me that much. And that is showing you the overview of my progress thus far. You can see my U part coming to life. So at this point, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start filling in the U. So I'm going to strategically cut tracks and form that U and bring it close to the edge of where the tracks end in the front. So that's another overview of where the hair looks, and I'm just going to keep adding hair. I like my U to be very small because I actually don't like too much hair out that's not in that wig. So I'm going to add a couple more tracks and I'm going to be done with making the wig. So there I go after a long hard day of making that wig. So I am showing you how my U looks. I cut away the neck where I didn't sew on. I'm showing you the length, and I'm also showing you that I put clips in the wig. So this is a still shot of the wig just to show you where I put my clips at. I put 3 at the top, 2 where you would say they are east and west of each other, and 2 at the nape of the wig cap. It's at your discretion if you want to sew hair all the way to where those 2 flaps are. You can actually cut those 2 flaps where the east and west clips are and not sew up to that point. Totally at your discretion. I have 4 small braids in the front of my head. Those are the braids that I'm going to use to install the knotless crochet braids in. So I clip in my U-part wig so that I can guide myself, so that when I'm installing the knotless crochet braids, I give myself ample coverage and it covers the U-part wig. The hair that I'm going to use to install the knotless crochet braids will be Harlem 125 African braid Durban twist hair. I used about 7 pieces of the hair that I cut in half, and I took small sections of the hair. So as you ladies know, I am a 1-knot type of girl, so I'm showing you how I install the knotless crochet braid. And that's it. The hairstyle's done. Go home. Now what you want to do now is you want to blow dry the knotless crochet braids down to get them flat. So that's what I'm doing now to go ahead and get them smoothed out. So I know you ladies are going to ask, I'm just going to tell you, for the blow dryer I used high heat, and for the flat iron that I use after I blow dry, I'm doing it on medium heat, but please test strand your hair. And we're almost to the finish line, ladies. We're almost there. And this is the final look of the knotless crochet braid smoothed out with the U-part wig under it. So for you ladies that don't necessarily want a curly look and want a straight look, you can definitely leave the hair like this. I'm going to proceed to frame my face. So I'm going to take a razor and I'm just going to lightly frame the knotless crochet braids around my face. Previously I had cut the wig down. I cut the full wig down to about 18 inches. So you can either use scissors or razors. There I go, just being silly. And that's just a close-up of how those knotless crochet braids look. So I understand with this hair, I tried to use hot rollers for the whole hair. The U-part wig will not take hot rollers. So I just applied hot rollers to the knotless crochet part. And this is going to be the final look of the knotless crochet braid being curled only in the front and the U-part wig just being straight. And this is the final look. The U-part wig took me about 3.5 hours to make. The knotless crochet braids took me about 20-30 minutes to install and style. And so for the U-part wig, you're going to need to use the hot water method in order to curl this hair, because those hot rollers are not working for it. But I'm slaying. I'm being sexy. I'm giving them life. So, you know, you can do 2 parts here. You can do that deep side part, or you can do the middle part. So I do hope you ladies enjoyed this tutorial and it was helpful. If it was, please like it, please share it, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care, girls.